The influences run the gamut of a lot of different people, but mostly in the funk area of things. Who are the people that you were listening to when you were thinking of putting together the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Louis Loco and the Love Boats, Jesus Christ and the Mighty Christ Fighters, Los Faces.
Not to mention Harry Skidmore and the Armpit Hairs from Kalamazoo.
And you have a tattoo, I noticed, of Jimi Hendrix on your left shoulder there. Was he an influence in the band? Can you make it talk?
Well,
we love Jimi Hendrix.
We like him, even though he's dead.
We like all the good music that flows and comes around.
Yeah. We just, all the good kinds of music. We just like all the good ones. Don't like the bad ones.
Freaky Style, which is the latest LP for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, was produced by George Clinton.
Right.
And it seems to me that is probably one of the most perfect combinations of style of music together with style of production that one could ever come up with. And it's an interesting bridge also of white and black sensibility.
You'd probably like to know how we met him, right?
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm getting to.
Called him up on the telephone.
And you said?
You spoke to him, what did you say?
You said, hey, George, what do you say you produce our album?
And he said?
He said, what do you say you give me $25,000 right now?
And you said?
Let's do it.
And he said?
And then next thing you know, we weren't even really considering a black and white thing at all. Like that, it wasn't really a racial thing at all. It was more like a just get down with George kind of feel.
Right. Because you played in James White and the Blacks before, didn't you? For a little while?
Yeah, just for a few gigs. It was just a little stint.
Did that influence you at all when you were putting together the Red Hot Chili Peppers? I think
that was post-Pepper. That was post-Pepper production.
Post-Pepper. It was a post-Pepper situation.
But he did party with his Greek mustache.
On?
He was bringing his little plastic Godzilla dolls to all the hotels. And I'll tell you an interesting little story. When we were playing with James White and the Blacks, we went to go do the gig, and we got to the gig, and we're getting ready to go on stage, and James wasn't there, and he was still at the hotel. And we called him up at the hotel and said, yo, James, get down, bro. We got to do the gig. We're supposed to be on stage in 5 minutes. He went, what do you mean? We already did the gig. He had a dream that we already did the show, and so he didn't,
So he was asleep in the hotel.
Yeah.
Did he make it down for the gig?
Yeah, he showed up.
But I think the James White and the Blacks, or James Chance and the Contortions, whichever name you want to put it under, were always famous for a really energetic stage show. And it's something that I know that the Red Hot Chili Peppers have carried on in these final.
Yeah, we never even heard those guys until way after we had been together.
We are energy to the 15th power.
Where does it all come from, especially when you've been driving 30 hours from, where was it?
It comes from keeping the barnacles off your boner.
It's a scrotum thing.
I can see that. The new band is actually the old band, back together.
Right, it's the original lineup, including Jack Irons on drums, Hillel Slovak on guitar, the Israeli cowboy who can't be stopped, and my man Feast of McBean, the Dream Team on bass guitar, and myself, Antoine the Swan, on vocals. And I'd just like to say that, give me a little rat-tat for Jackie's eyes.
Jackie guys are close buddies, right on course. The guy, the body, invisible force. The guy, the Tookie Green, push the band as anybody. He's a working class, he's a solid force.
And definitely the energy is back again with the new old Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Energy never left, man. It's just, it's just compounded and gotten stronger and stronger as time goes by.
When people leave and they come back, does it make it stronger than it was in the beginning?
Well, it's always a little burst of energy when you get someone back, but, we always kept the fire burning the whole time through. We never slowed down for a second. But now that we have all the original members back, it's even better, and it's much more of a heavy, soulful groove thing.
Which you can check out at Lee's Palace in Toronto this evening, by the way.
Four Groove Dog Brothers funking out in the street.
All right, well, let's have a cut from Freaky Style right now.
Let's do it.
Here's John. On the nation's music station.